Good morning, my friends. I'm Pastor Ben Hayes from First Baptist Church, Dadeville, Alabama, bringing you our thought for the day on this wonderful Wednesday. What a great day it's going to be. 10 o'clock, we got our men's Bible study. Then this evening at 5:15, we got our final family night supper for the summer. Well, this will be the last one, but we'll have prayer meeting every week at 6 o'clock. So I hope you'll come and join us for that. But right now we're in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and let's pick up in verse 17. Paul talks about our light affliction, which is but for a moment. He's talking about this life, all the things that we go through in this life: sickness, death, grief, sorrow, anger, all of those things that happen to us. He says those are light afflictions. Now, I know some of us sit and we think, well, I've got a pretty rough life, and I wouldn't call this light affliction. Well, understand something. Paul had a pretty rough life. Arrested, beaten, shipwrecked, in prison, left for dead, stoned, all kinds of things that happened to him. And if he could say that's light affliction that lasts only for a moment, then understand what we're going through. It's tough at times, but you have to look at it from the right perspective. He says it's for a moment compared to eternity, and it's working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. In other words, the more that we suffer in this life, the more that we see the power of God, the more that we understand that it's all about His glory, even the bad things that happen to us. Now, he goes on, verse 18, while we do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Take your eyes off of your circumstances. Take your eyes off of the difficulties. Take your eyes off of the sorrow, the hardships, all of those things, and put them on the Father. Look to the future. Look to eternity. See, God is not about time. God is about eternity. Time is but a speck when you consider eternity. If you think about from the creation of the world, I believe that this planet is about 6,000 years old. The universe about 6,000 years old. Now, I'm not going to debate that with you, but that's what I believe. I believe in a very young earth, and I could tell you why I believe that, but that's a subject for another day. 6,000 years compared to eternity is nothing. I'm 64 this summer. Think about that. 64 years old. We talk about that as being old. I don't see it as old anymore. But 64 years in comparison with eternity is nothing. That's what Paul's talking about. Take your eyes off of yourself and put them on to God, onto eternity, onto the glory, the things that are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Think about that. Eternity. Where are you going to spend your eternity? Listen, here's what I believe is going to happen. I think we're in the last days. I believe that with all of my heart. I believe that soon the trump of the Lord is going to sound, and Jesus is going to come in the clouds, and He's going to call His church out of this world. We're going to meet Him in the air. He's going to take us back to heaven, and for 7 years we're going to be with Him, enjoying the presence of the Father and of the Son, and knowing the Holy Spirit in a whole new way. And then after that 7 years, He's going to return. We're going to follow Him, and He's going to destroy the Antichrist and the devil, cast them into the lake of fire, judgment on those who have not trusted in Jesus. And then He's going to remake this earth, and for 1,000 years He's going to set up His kingdom here on this earth. At the end of 1,000 years, He's ultimately going to completely destroy Satan, who will be bound for the rest of eternity, and we will rejoice in Him for all times. That's what Paul says, set our eyes on. No more pain, no more sorrow, no more death, no more tears. All of that's gone, as we will be perfectly conformed to the image of God's own Son. Think about that today. Do you know Jesus? If you know Jesus, that's your future. If you don't know Jesus, it can be your future. Let me talk to you about that. Be blessed. I'll see you back here tomorrow.